friends, Jessie here. I am back with another video, and in today's video I am going to be setting up my budget system for the month of May. We are already in May. It is May the 4th right now when I'm setting this up. However, my May budget doesn't technically start until May 5th because that is the first paycheck that my husband receives in May. So our budget will go from May 5th until, let me just take a quick look at this calendar and let you guys know, until May 11th. So our first monthly budget will be May 5th to May 11th, and our monthly budget, I guess, we don't really budget that way, but if you wanted to look at it as an overall monthly budget, will go from May 5th until June 2nd. That's essentially how it works. We go by the first paycheck that we receive in the month. So I'm not behind, even though this video might seem like it's late. That's how we choose to do our budget. So in months past, when you have seen me do my monthly budget setup, you've seen me work in just one book. This is my big size Happy Planner. This is what I have been using both for my weekly personal planning as well as for my budget planning. And so you see me work with the Budget Mom printables, which I have here, and I do my weekly budgets here on my channel, usually on Fridays. I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit moving forward. So I am still going to be using this planner. I am going to continue to punch my Budget Mom printables and use them in the back of this planner. But in addition to that, I'm also going to be doing some budgeting, mostly on my own time, not necessarily on my channel, in this book. This is an Erin Condren Deluxe monthly planner. This is the design for 2019-2020. So Erin Condren's actually about to come out with their new design for the monthly planner. However, I purchased this back in February. It was on a super big sale, obviously, because they were trying to get rid of their stock to make room for the new planner. And it's just kind of been sitting in my stack of stationery stuff, not being used. However, I really want to use it. So I've decided that I'm going to do my weekly budgeting here on my channel in my Budget Mom printables. I love this system. It works out really well for me to be able to plan out each of the various categories and do my cash breakdown here. But in addition to that, I'm also going to be doing sort of a monthly recap almost in this book. This is basically just going to be for me to look back on. This is more sort of messy, figure it out as I go, like nitty-gritty budgeting. And this is going to be more like pretty planning pages I can look back on to see an overall view of our month. So, like I said, I'm not really going to be using this too much in my channel. I don't think this is going to be more for just personal on my own time. If you want to see spreads in this book, I suppose I could maybe do that, but I'm definitely going to set it up here on camera because I think it might be fun to watch me set it up. I've got some stickers here from an Etsy shop that I'm going to use to help me make the spreads really pretty. And I just thought it would give you guys more content to watch. I'm constantly getting requests for new ways of budgeting and just more videos. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be setting up in both of my planners for the month of May. March was a pretty good month in terms of budgeting. Not great. I think everybody is sort of in this limbo stage where we're trying to kind of figure out exactly what's going to happen. You can see I had this, maybe you can see the setup's kind of wonky, you guys. I had this monthly calendar that I've been using for the last couple of months, only I haven't been using it super thoroughly. So that's March. This is April. It's been working out okay, but I haven't been using it super regularly, so I am not going to do this in my Happy Planner this week, or this month rather. I will link this calendar below. It's a printable calendar. that you can print and punch and put into your planner, and it's undated, so you can date it yourself, so it's usable year after year after year. And it's a free printable, so I will link this down below, but I'm not going to use one of these for May. I'm actually going to do my transaction tracking here in my Erin Condren, just to mix it up a little bit. The great thing about personal finance and budgeting is that you can change it and tweak it and kind of figure it out as you go. So I'm going to punch my pages. You guys will see that. I'm also going to go through my process for Savopoly. I've had some requests to see how I actually do this, excuse me. So we'll do that today. We'll set up my Erin Condren. It's gonna be just a hodgepodge of setup today. So let's go ahead and get started. So the very first thing that I want to do is go ahead and punch my pages. I've already printed out the Budget Mom worksheets that I'm going to be using for the month of May. I purchased back in December the printable version of the Budget Mom's Budget by Paycheck Workbook. I really like the printable one because I can print the pages that I need and leave off the pages I don't. She has in her workbook some transaction pages that I don't really use and some sort of monthly wrap-up pages that I don't really use. And if I had ordered the printed copy of that planner, I would just be wasting those pages. So having the printable version allows me to just print what I need, leave off what I don't. Also, if I make a huge mistake during a week when I'm budgeting, I can always reprint this page and start from scratch. I can also use this year after year after year. So this is a great option. I believe it was $27 when I paid for it. I did see in the last week or two she was having a sale on it. I'm assuming because she's going to be releasing a new design soon. So I'm going to link it down below. It's a great deal whether you get it on sale or not. I highly recommend it just if you are the type of person that budgets paycheck to paycheck. That's how I do it. I've always found that budgeting from one payday to the next is just overall easier than trying to break it down by month. So this system works out great for me. So like I said, I've printed out my pages. I have the sort of divider page between April and May. I have this May calendar, which I don't really use. Maybe I'll try to use it this month. This is a really cute quote, by the way. It says, "Finding happiness with what you have today will save you from always wanting more in the future." And that is a really apt quote, I think, in terms of budgeting. I think a lot of people are always thinking about what the next big purchase they're going to make is, what's the next big savings goal. And I think there's something to be said about finding happiness in what you have now and not always looking to the next thing. So anyways, I have the monthly calendar, like I said, and then we immediately go into the 2-page weekly budget pages. So each of my paychecks gets put into a page like this. You have the date, the income, the bills, all of that. You guys see this every week in my weekly budgets. This page right here helps me break down what I need to take out of the bank in cash. I work with a lot of cash in my budget, my personal preference. The Budget Mom is all geared toward cash spending and cash budgeting. So, and I just have that same spread over again for all 4 weeks in the month of May, and that's it. I don't print any of the other extra pages. The Budget Mom does have just this single paycheck bill tracker sheet available if you want to just buy that. I believe it's unmarked, so you can write in the month, so you could just use that page week after week after week without having to buy the entire thing. When I purchased it, I thought that I was going to be using more of the pages than I actually do. So, you know, hindsight 2020, it is what it is. So, what do I use to punch my pages? You guys saw I use a Happy Planner for my planner. It is the big size Happy Planner so that I can print these pages on a full-size sheet of paper from my printer. And I punch them using this arc punch, which is a little dusty. I only use it once a month or so, so I guess that's to be expected. But this is great because it does a similar punch pattern as the actual Happy Planner punch does, but it's much more heavy duty than the punch that's available from the Happy Planner. So it allows me to punch more than just one sheet at a time, which is what the Happy Planner punch does. It also allows me to adjust and punch for various sheets of paper. So right now I have it set to letter because obviously this is letter size paper, but you can set it to A5, junior, letter, A4. So you have lots of different options with this punch. I highly recommend it. I will have this linked down below as well. Everything that I use in this video will be linked down below just to make it easy for you. There's no affiliate links or anything. The link for the Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner is there. I do have a link down below there to give you, I think, $10 off if it's your first order from Erin Condren. That's not really an affiliate link. Anybody can get those links when they set up an Erin Condren account. It's just like their referral program. So if you use that link, you'll get $10 off, and I think I get some kind of kickback as well. I've never actually had anybody purchase through my link, so I don't know what the deal is with that. It's just credits, though, to use on the Erin Condren website. So I'm going to go ahead and punch these pages. I'm going to make sure they're seated really well in there. And go ahead and punch. Sorry if that shook the camera a little bit, but that just gets it all ready to go into my planner. So that's the first set of pages. Second set of pages, there's about 10 pages here, I think. So I think it can punch that capacity, but I just like to do it a little at a time so as not to overload it. And it looks like I punched it off just a smidge. That's fine. It'll still be perfectly fine in my planner. So I'm going to move this aside, this giant punch. That's the one kind of negative about it, is that it's just so massive, but it works great. And I'm going to go ahead and slip these pages into my planner, and they will be all set and ready for my weekly budgets then. I won't be filling anything in here out right now. You will see this in my weekly budgets. Like I said, I typically post those on Friday. Not always, but most of the time. That's when I get them uploaded. So those pages are in here, and now we have our May weekly budget all set up and ready. And these work really great in the Happy Planner. My Happy Planner is a Hello 2020 planner. I don't know exactly what the name of this planner is. This is what the front cover looks like if you want this exact planner. It has the, let me see if I can find a blank spread to show you. It has, well, almost blank. It has the monthly pages here, and then it also has the lined hourly, but the hours are only on Monday and Thursday. So I don't usually even pay attention to the hours. I just use this as more like a lined vertical planner. I did just order the Erin Condren Life Planner though for 2021, I guess. That's a lot of 20s in a row when I say it that way. I will be starting that planner in July. You guys will see a haul video for that planner if it ever gets here. I'm very impatient. So that's really all I need to do to set up my Happy Planner. I am going to go ahead and show you guys how I do my Savopoly rolling. I got some requests for this. So this is Savopoly. This is a budget printable that I purchased from a website. It's memotherandi.com. She has it in various sizes. I believe the size that I actually bought was for like the 7x9 size planner, like this size. You can see this is quite a bit smaller, but I obviously just didn't cut it out, and it still fits perfectly fine here in my big size Happy Planner, which is 8.5 by 11. So the premise of this is that it's a savings challenge. You start on go when you first start out, and every week, on whatever day of the week works for you, you roll your dice, you move around the board, and then whatever space you land on, that is the amount of money that you save for the week. So let me zoom you guys in a little bit on this actual board. Up here, they have the space for you to write, you know, what you saved that week, what you rolled, etc. but down here's the actual board. So the way that I do this is typically I will do all of my rolling for the entire month in one go. So you can see I started this December 3rd of 2019. This is essentially a whole year's worth of savings. So I didn't start it in January, I went ahead and started in December, but you just roll once a week, you go around the board, and you figure out what you save for the week. So the last time that I rolled was for the week of April 27th. That was my last budget of April. And now I'm gonna do all of my rolling for my May budget. Now I could do this once a week. I just like to go ahead and do it all at once so that I know how much I'm saving for the entire month. It's just my personal preference. Obviously, I don't save the money until I get to that week. So while I'm rolling for the 4th, the 11th, the 18th, and the 25th, I won't save that money until those dates come along. Hopefully that makes sense. So you can use like regular dice that you just roll like you would if you were actually playing Monopoly. But what I use is a free dice roller, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to even see this. Let me up my brightness and see if that helps. It's a free dice roller. It's right there, and I just click that. It allows you to select the amount of dice that you want, and for Monopoly, it's 2 dice, right? So you can choose up to 6 dice if you want to play Yahtzee or whatever with this dice roller. I use 2 for this, and I just hit play, and then it allows me to tap to roll the dice. So the last space that I was on for 4/27, the way that I kind of keep track of where I was is just by writing the date. You could do a little sticky note, you could do a sticker, whatever you wanted. I just jot the date down there. So the last space I was on was this $14, and I will go ahead and roll, and this will be my roll for April 4th. So let me zoom you guys out just a bit. So we're gonna roll, and we get 8. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we land on the railroad for $15. So I know that for the week, for the week of May 4th, I'm going to save $15 in my Savopoly envelope. And that works out really great for me. So I just mark it down here. I will write that this was where I rolled for 5-4. And then up here in the box, I write it down. So on 5-4, I rolled an 8. You don't have to keep track of what you rolled. I just do because it's fun. And I write down that it's $15. And I'm writing with a Pilot Frixion erasable pen. This is just the pen that I happened to grab. I actually really like the Parkoo erasable pens better. Those are the other erasable pens that I use on a regular basis. I'll have both of those linked down below for you guys. So that was what I was rolling for May 4th. Now we'll roll for May 11th. So I just, hold on, my phone locked. Here we go. Roll again. So I rolled another 8. So I go from the space I just was, and I go 8 more spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I landed for the first time on this community chest, which is actually treat yourself. So it's a little Starbucks icon. This, I'm assuming, means that you can take the money that you would have saved and buy yourself a treat instead. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to roll again because I'm not interested in that. The whole reason I'm doing this is to save money. Also, you could give yourself $25 in addition for passing go. I don't really do that. If I land on go, then I would give myself $25 for my savings, but I don't give the $25 for passing go. I think that's just personal preference. Do what you want with that. So I'm going to just roll again for the week of the 11th and skip out on this treat yourself business because I'm not interested in that. So I got 10. So from here we'll count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I landed on this space for 19. So this is for May 11th, so I'll write that down. Mark that I rolled 10. Again, that doesn't really matter. I just do that just 'cause. And That's $19 for the second week of May. I apologize if this is boring. This is how I do it. This is somebody requested to see how I do it, so there we go. Rolling again for the following week, that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Landed on 18. That is 4, 5, 18. So we'll mark that that's $18 for this week. And then finally, one more week, we'll roll. And we rolled 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I landed on go to jail, which is $20. And again, I'm not going to move myself to jail. You can, if you want to make it more fun, I guess. I'm just not going to do that. So we will save $20 that week. So that's it for how I do my Savopoly. Like I said, you could do it just once a week. You could do it with real dice. You could make it more fun. However you want to do it. It's just a more interesting way of savings than just pulling a $20 bill out of my pocket and putting it into a piggy bank. So that's that. That's going to take care of everything in my happy planner. Typically, I will also print out a envelope from the Budget Mom that I use for a monthly savings challenge. I typically in a month will do my Savopoly for one savings challenge, and then I also follow a Budget Mom course, like a 2020 savings challenge course. However, I've decided to focus more on my sinking funds in the month of May, so I'm not going to print out an envelope because I'm not going to be doing monthly savings. The only extra savings will be Savopoly this month. So I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, and that would typically be the end of my video. But like I said, we're trying something new this month. So we are going to set up my Erin Condren Deluxe Monthly Planner next. Alright, you guys, so this is the Deluxe Monthly Planner. I have it in the rose gold coil. There are various options. You can get it in a platinum coil, which is like silver. You can get rose gold, gold, or black. They come with the interchangeable covers that Erin Condren is known for, which makes it super fun because you can customize it any way you want. I'm going to do a really, really brief tour. I wish I hadn't taken this off because I just have such a hard time getting them back on. There we go. I'm going to do a brief tour because, like I said, I don't even know if this planner is still available or if it's going to be available for much longer because they are coming out with a new one. So you have a page where you can put your name. I have a 2019 and 2020 little calendar at a glance. There's a little notes. Oop, I skipped one. There's this little notes page here where you can do a goal setting or whatever. I don't know that I'm even going to use this. Then you have a notes page, a divider page with a quote. This one for January says passion and purpose gives you progress. January 2020. Obviously, we're beyond January 2020. Let me just adjust this a little bit. So I won't be using this, but this just gives you an idea. Then you come to this sort of dashboard page. You have this open page here for you to write notes or whatever. There's a slot for birthdays, monthly goals, whatever you want here. Sorry, this is crooked, you guys. And then there's just this dot grid here. Then you have your monthly calendar where I'm going to be doing transaction tracking like I was doing in my Happy Planner with the highlighter system, only I'm going to be using stickers for this moving forward. And then you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notes pages before you move into the next month. So we're going to go ahead and go to May. I've put down some sticky notes to try to kind of map out how I want this planner to work. I originally thought that I was going to just do like a monthly layout in here just to sort of sum up the month. And then I thought maybe I would do weekly spreads. I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it. So for the month of May, I'm going to set it up and do weekly spreads as well as a monthly spread in here. I don't know that I will continue that moving forward because I do my weekly budget planning in this planner, so having it twice might be a little bit redundant. I don't know. I'm just sort of playing around with it, trying to see how it's going to work. So we'll do it for May and then we'll do it sort of as a case-by-case basis moving forward. So for now, I'm going to put my sinking funds on this page, which is just going to be like an overview of my sinking funds, how much is in there, how much I plan to add for the month of May. And it's actually not going to be how much I plan to add, because I'm going to fill all of this out at the end of the month with what I actually added. So this will be like an overview of what I did in the month of May, sort of back budgeting. I don't know if that makes sense. It's just something for me to compare my budgets at the end of the year, month to month, and see how I did with my goals and whatnot. So this page, I think I'm going to do sort of a budget snapshot. So this will be where I write, you know, how much income we had, how much went to bills, how much went to debt, how much went to savings. I'm going to write our credit score in here so I can keep track of that month to month. This will be for monthly goals, just like it says. And then this, I think this little space here, I'm going to do our debt totals, so that I can kind of keep track of our debt totals month to month. So that's just sort of the idea that I'm having right now. I don't know exactly if it's going to work out long term, but that's what I'm going to do for May. This for sure is going to be transaction tracking. I've got stickers from Sarah Marie that I'm going to use to track these. I will show you guys all of these stickers as I'm sort of laying them down. But that's for sure what this is going to be. And then I think I'm going to do a monthly budget here, and then paycheck 1, 2, 3, and then this will be paycheck 4. I know a lot of people use the page that has the corresponding color to go with that month. However, I like the idea of having the budget, everything for the monthly budget between the two tabs. So this, even though this technically I think is supposed to be a page for June, I'm going to use it for May and so on. I don't know if come December that puts me in a pickle and leaves me without a note page. Yeah, it might, but I'll figure that out in December. I'm not worried about that. I also have all of these note pages in the back that I can use if need be. So that's enough rambling. I'm going to go to May and I'm going to start setting this up. I'm going to pull these little sticky notes off and I'm going to show you the stickers that I have to work with. The plan long term is to make my own stickers. One of the main reasons why I decided to do this was because I want to have a more creative outlet with my planning. I used to make stickers all the time. I even had an Etsy shop for a while and I just sort of got out of that. So I have the silhouette sitting here. I definitely want to make my own stickers, but for this month I just went ahead and bought some just so that I could get started already. I didn't decide to do this until kind of last minute. So what I bought from Sarah Marie Stickers, which is a Etsy shop. She also has a YouTube channel where she does budgeting. I'll link her down below, both her channel and her Etsy shop. But I've got these transaction tracking stickers. I don't know if I'm going to use these long term. Like I said, I definitely want to make my own. I already have the template for it because I used to make budget stickers similar to these. So it won't be a problem to do that moving forward. But for now, I got these. So I got them in this light pink color, this dark pink, yellow, this sort of light purple color, and this blue shade. And then I also got some monthly stickers. So I got this, her scripts with paycheck 1 through 5, so that I can do the paycheck budgeting. She does washi strips that are so beautiful. So I got the skinny washi here, and then I also got the large washi in a couple of different patterns to use as headers for each of my pages. So I got this really beautiful pattern. I got 2 of those because I loved it so much. And then this striped pattern. This is her monthly layout. And then I got some more script stickers. So this is just random budget, weekly check-in, sinking funds, debt tracker, etc. And then this is even more scripts. I didn't get the actual monthly spread because it was sold out. That's something that I wanted as well, but I didn't want to wait to place the order because I knew that I was already kind of running late to the game. So I'm just going to lay these stickers down in here. It's going to be a pretty quick process. I'm not going to fill anything out. I'm just getting it set up for me to use. So I said I was going to use this page for sinking funds, so I'm just going to pull this script sticker here and stick it down. One thing about this colorful deluxe monthly planner is that this page is just white. There's no lines, so that might make it kind of difficult filling this page out, but I'm going to do my best. The neutral planner had lines here, and that's a little bit crooked, but that's all right. So this will be where I list out all my sinking funds, how much I started with, how much I added and took away, and then how much I ended the month with. And then for this page, I think we're going to do credit score here. So let's see if I have a script sticker that'll work for that. Credit tracker? This might be huge. It'll work. I'm just going to stick it in there, and I will write my credit score as well as my husband's credit score here. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Monthly goals will be the same. This is where I thought I would do that sort of budget snapshot. So this will be like my income minus how much I spent on each of the categories and then a total. So for that, I might just use this budget script. Hopefully I don't shoot myself in the foot and need this later, but I'm just gonna stick that in right here. That looks super cute. I like that a lot. And then this is going to be for my debt tracking. So I'm gonna just pull another one of these script stickers that says debt tracker and cover up right there where it says birthdays. I might white that out. I think I'm gonna white that out. This whiteout came from Amazon. I will link this down below as well. So this section will just be where I list out the debt and how much we owe, and it'll just be to compare month to month. Won't necessarily be what I paid to each debt. That'll be more in this budget snapshot. So that's the basic idea. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work out, but it's just what I have in mind right now. So this is where I'm going to do my transaction tracking. I also have my little monthly spread to put in here. So this is pretty simple, just to sort of make it match up with everything. And try to do it straight, but it's sometimes easier said than done. Oh, that's all sorts of crooked. Luckily, Sarah's paper is removable. So if you get it crooked, you can just peel it back up and lay it back down, and you guys couldn't even see that. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to get the hang of doing this on camera. Hopefully subsequent months will be a little bit smoother with this setup. Hope you guys don't mind. And of course my neighbor decided to start cutting his grass, so I apologize for any noise that you hear. So that's the May 2020, and then there's also these little washi strips for along the bottom to cover up the kaleidoscope pattern, which I just ripped, so that's handy. There's that. And this is harder than people make it look on YouTube videos. I watch a ton of YouTube videos every month with people setting up their budgets just because I like to see what different people do and how people make use of their resources and whatnot. So that is sort of the May spread overview, and this is where I will be tracking my transactions. So I'm going to do a color coding system using her budgeting stickers here. I'm just going to use this little notes section to make my key, I think. So I know that my bills are going to be in this blue color because I always do bills in blue for whatever reason. Let's see. Her budget stickers are teeny tiny, so that's definitely going to be something to get used to in terms of like writing that small, but I think I can do it. So that'll be bills. This will be gas. This will be groceries. This dark pink will be debt, payments, and then this yellow will be for savings. That is horrendously crooked, but that's okay. So I'm just going to write in what these categories are. So this is bills. Did I say gas? Groceries. Debt. And savings. So then I will just go in each day that I make a transaction. If I bought groceries on Monday, I will use the little purple sticker here and put that sticker in and write down where I went to the grocery store and how much I spent, and that'll just help me keep track of my spending. I am going to go ahead and put my bills in here using these blue stickers, but I'm going to do that off camera. Just because it's going to be such a long process. You've already been sitting here forever and a day, so I'm going to do this off camera and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. Alright you guys, so that is sort of a look at how my monthly overview looks. We have all of my bills in blue, debt payments are in red. When I go in and make my extra debt payments, those will be in red as well. This is actually dark pink, whatever. When my groceries and my gas get purchased, that'll go in here as well, and that'll just help me keep track of everything. So that is that. Now we will move on to the individual budgets. So like I said, I'm just going to be sticking the stickers down. I'm not going to be filling anything in necessarily for these. If you want to see videos on how I fill these in, let me know. I can do a different format next month maybe. I'm still trying to work out exactly what I want to share, what I don't want to share in terms of this planner. So I'm just going to get the stickers put down. So we'll turn to this page and I'll zoom you guys in so you can see. Alright, so up here at the top we're going to take this gorgeous floral washi here and I'm going to white out this little hexagon just so it doesn't show through. Oh my gosh, this whiteout comes off the track very easily. You got to be careful with it. Go. And that's sort of crooked again, but that's okay. So this is going to be for my monthly budget. And this is where I may have shot myself in the foot for using that budget sticker earlier. Let me see what I have here. Nope. Yeah. So I'm actually going to take that sticker up and use it here instead. Luckily, these are removable. Because like I said, I didn't get the actual monthly budget layout because it was sold out at the time. So we'll just use this here instead. And that'll be for my overall monthly budget. And again, you guys were out of frame, sorry. That's what that looks like. And this is where I will put in my income, and then all of the monthly expenses will go on this page, sort of like a monthly breakdown. I'm not going to put anything in for now, just setting everything up. So then we'll move on to our weekly paychecks. And again, I might not do this in June, just depends. I'm gonna again white this hexagon out. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I think I'm the only one on the planet that has as many issues as I do with this whiteout. I see people use it on YouTube all the time, and nobody struggles the way that I do. So I think it's just user error. I don't think it's the whiteout. I think it's me. Close enough. We're going to use the matching washi here so that the whole spread matches. Jax, get out of there. And this will be for paycheck number 1. There we go. And then the next spread will be paycheck number 2. And I think I'll use this striped washi for that. Hello. Alright, so you guys may have heard my phone started ringing. I got interrupted, and rather than continue to struggle on camera, I just went ahead and finished everything up, and I'm just going to walk you through how it all looks. Of course, as soon as I was no longer filming, this whiteout suddenly started working better for me, so maybe it was just performance anxiety, I don't know. Anyways, so we have May divider here. This quote says, "You are bigger than your circumstances," which again is kind of fitting. This was not designed as a budget journal, but I think it works really well for that. And this quote, you know, sort of matches what I'm going with here. So I'll have my sinking funds here, my debt tracker, my monthly goals, my credit tracker. This will be that debt snapshot that I talked about. I don't really have a good header for that, so I'll have to, when I do subsequent months, come up with something on my own for that, but I managed to make it work for the rest of these slots, so I'm pretty happy with that. Then we have my May 2020 transaction setup and just monthly calendar. I think this looks super cute, and it's going to be super functional with these stickers. I did go through quite a few of these budgeting stickers already, as you can see, so definitely will be making my own moving forward. They're pretty affordable, but I just go through a ton, and if I'm budgeting, the idea obviously is to save money and not spend money every month on stickers. So there's that. This looks really pretty. And then we have our monthly budget, and then paycheck 1, paycheck 2, paycheck 3, which these are all sorts of crooked. Again, I don't know what I was doing, but whatever, it's fine. And then we have paycheck 4. And then we'll move into June. Now, obviously, this isn't going to work for June because I believe I have 5 paychecks in June. So I'm definitely going to have to come up with a different system for June, but I will let future Jessie worry about that. And for now, just focus on May. So that completes my setup for both of my little budget planners here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit all over the place. I just was trying to give you guys a semblance of what I'm doing this month. It's just everything's a little bit different. Plus there's the distractions of my phone ringing and the kids at home. Got Austin making toast behind me in the kitchen, so that doesn't help with the ability to kind of stay focused here, but hopefully you guys got something out of this video anyways. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you would like to see from my monthly setups in the future, if you don't want me to show this other planner, or if you'd like me to do 2 separate videos, or what you'd like to see. I'm open to suggestion, but I think I'm really going to enjoy using both planners in the month of May, and I'll certainly keep you guys updated. Be sure to check back on Friday for my weekly budget. You'll see that. I'm getting ready to film that next, so definitely be on the lookout for that video, as well as all of my other videos. Subscribe so that you never miss one. I'd love to have you. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye!